Hello and welcome to stage 2 of the missing patch batik process. Thank you very much to the captain who went through everything that was in your envelope, and hopefully you started to get together some household items. I've started collecting jars for mixing dyes with you all later. And through these videos we are going to show you, myself and the captain are going to show you how to get from your plain piece of silk to a beautiful patch for our hot air balloon. So in this stage we're going to talk about the design process. Now I know the captain's gone through the influence of design and what to think about, your inspiration. This particular patch I've cheated a little bit because this is the design that was created by Hannah and Lizzie, who are our artists for the Global Grooves costumes, and this pattern are lots of different patterns from different countries in Africa. So I'm going to show you how I got my design together. So first things first, in your envelope, and the captain's gone through this with you, is a piece of pattern paper. Okay, so this piece of pattern paper is the size of your silk, and hopefully you've got together a pencil and a rubber maybe if you want to erase any mistakes. But what you can do is, if you do make a mistake and you don't like a drawing, you can a line you've drawn, you can just scribble it out and then not highlight that with the black marker, which we'll go through this process. Okay, so I've got my blank piece of paper, and with my pencil I'm going to start to draw my design. You may want to, on a small piece of paper, sketch out your idea first before you take it onto the patch. That's completely up to you. So the good thing about having this pattern paper is it's got crosses and dots on it. You might not be able to see that. I think, yeah, you can see a little bit. So the crosses and dots kind of really help if you are doing something where you want something to be a specific size. You can use the crosses and dots to mark out straight lines. A box really helps with those things. So I'm just gonna draw, using these crosses and dots, I'm gonna draw a couple of lines that I know I'm going to use. Okay, so as you can see, I'm starting to draw out my design, and that's what I'd like you to do. Draw it out in pencil. Be as creative and as imaginative as you want to be. I've gone for something quite geometric with this design, and so the cross and dots really help with getting those lines, and using a rule is really helpful if it's a geometric pattern that you're doing. Obviously, if you're doing something more free, you don't need a ruler, and just be as free as you want to be. Thankfully, I have one that I made earlier. So here's one I made earlier. Hopefully you can see that. The sun is shining brightly in this room, so you can't really see. There we go. If I hold it up, yeah, you can see my completed design in pencil. Okay, which is great. And it means that if there are any areas that I really don't like, then I can scribble them out and you won't see them. So what we're going to do next is we need to highlight this in a black pen, well, a black marker pen. And there should be one in my letter, and there is. And the reason we do this is because what will happen is later we'll cover this in plastic and then put silk on top, so we need to be able to see our design through the silk. So now, with your black marker pen, Also, I recommend either putting another piece of paper underneath or using the plastic. You could put that on the table and then you can put your piece of paper on. And with my black marker, I'm going to highlight my design. The reason I say put a piece of paper underneath is because it can come through. And if it comes through and comes onto your table, then obviously you've got black marker on your table and you don't want that. So just make sure you protect the surface underneath. Now every line in black marker pen will be white. So as you can see on this design, this is black on this design, but obviously it's white when you paint it with the resist, which we'll do later. What you can do, you don't have to colour in the whole thing. You can just scribble inside so you know that that has to be completely painted with the resist. Or you can, if you want to make it easier for yourself when you come to paint it later, you can colour the whole thing in. Just makes it a little bit easier, I suppose, to see. So I scribbled that in pencil because I knew I wanted that to be a block. So with my ruler, just gonna obviously, if the line is more organic, you don't need to use a ruler. You won't be able to use a ruler when we come to do the resist, but I'll explain that when we get there. But actually, you're in for a treat. You've got the captain at that point. We've got to get into carnival. So, as you can see, I'm just going to go through the whole pattern. Every line that I've drawn in pencil that I like and that I want to keep. Just see if there's... And thankfully, I have another one that I made earlier. So this is one that I made earlier. And so you can see the process. You have your blank piece of paper that you start your design on. You start getting your ideas in pencil down, and you can change them as many times as you like. You then get to your complete pencil stage where you're happy with your design, and then you use the black marker pen to really highlight your design so you can see it when you come to do the batik. So yeah, that's stage number 2. Okay, I'm now going to pass this over to the captain, who is going to go through the resist stage with you. 1 second, let me see if I can get this over to him. Let's try again. Wait. This will work. Good luck. Okay, bye-bye. Me again. It didn't make it, so the captain has asked me to send it as a paper aeroplane. Okay, so now I'm going to turn my pattern into a paper aeroplane. Okay. I think I know what I'm doing. I haven't done this since I was a child. Please don't judge my plane making skills. And I'm not sure I'd recommend doing this with your actual patterns. No, I don't recommend doing it with your actual patterns. It's a bad idea. Oh. Making quite a funky plane though. Okay. I think this is correct. Hopefully this will fly all the way to the captain, who is stuck waiting for his patches. Ha ha! Okay, are we ready? Right, let's go. Are you ready, Captain? Okay, here it comes! That should get there now, you hope.